Ugly, isn't it? The Red Mist showed up a short time after the Queen was defeated. And when it did, it trapped everyone and everything inside, giving birth to the Society of Revenants ruled by Silva. The Jail of the Mists. As time passed, that was the name people gave to the world inside. The creatures trapped inside the miasma wander in a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth, always searching for blood beads to sustain them. Revenants need to have blood. Without it, they turn into those creatures we call the Lost. The Revenants who captured you were desperately searching for blood, terrified of losing themselves. It's a common fate these days. But ripples are beginning to form. You cleared the miasma and revitalized the blood spring. Where did you learn to do that? You've forgotten? Anything you do remember? That's unusual, losing so much of your memory. I suppose it was the same for her. For now, just take it easy. Make yourself at home.
It's warm here, isn't it? You're an unfamiliar face. Has Louis stuck his head into another pot of trouble?
All revenants carry some secret with them.
Nice to meet you. If Louis brought you here, there must be some reason, right? I'm Rin Murasame. I provide the back home support for all the explorers here. It's a pleasure. I've got my own reasons for why I can't go into combat with you, but I'll provide your weaponry and maintain it for you. Anyway, relax and make yourself at home.
All revenants carry some secret with them. Don't do anything funny. I'll be keeping an eye on you until this talk with Louis settles down.
You're an unfamiliar face. Has Louis stuck his head into another pot of trouble? Well, it's none of my business, really. Anyway, I'm Coco, a merchant by trade. Stop by if you need anything. Sorry.
There you are, the Revenant that Louis sees so much potential in. I'm Davis. I go around for the Provisional Government as part of the investigation into the depths. Just as a warning, try not to stir up any trouble. If you do, I won't be able to do my job and, well, you get it, right?
Looking a bit tired.
It seems I can restore the blood code of a vestige's creator from elements left in the vestige. If you find any vestiges, please let me know. It could be a chance to grant you additional strength. It seems I can restore
The ability to draw strength from experiencing memories, and the power to revitalize blood springs. Both unprecedented. Sorry, but could I get a sample of your blood? We might understand more if we analyzed it. It won't be much, just a small vial, so you won't need to worry about bloodthirst. It'll take a while to get the results. Take it easy in the room back there while you wait. done what I can to look into your talents, and have confirmed something surprising. Revenants have blood types that differ from those of humans. These types greatly affect a Revenant's abilities. However, your blood has no specific type. Or maybe more accurately, your type is broken. Your abilities, and the fact that you have no specific type, might be due to your being what we call a void type. You were able to gain another Revenant's power through a vestige, right? That phenomenon is unique to void types. Supposing you are a void type, there's a test I'd like to perform. Don't worry, I'll get something out of it. I'm going to give you some of my blood. If my theory is correct, it should act as a medium that will give my power to you. Well, here goes. Did you go visit Murasame and Coco? They should be ready to do business now. Weapons and blood veils are vital parts of a Revenant's kit when exploring. You should take another look at them. If you've got materials, upgrade and transform them. Once you've got that settled, talk to me again, and we'll continue where we left off. You remember that scene we witnessed at the Vestige? That kind of stuff happens every day here. Silva has taken most of the humans who survived under his protection, so Revenants are left to rely on blood beads alone to slake their unending thirst. But, well, nothing in this world lasts forever. The springs started to dry up, and so blood beads grew rarer and rarer. And the order Silva created by levying and distributing blood beads won't last much longer either. The world needs more blood beads. Only then can we strive for fairness instead of petty favoritism. That's why we've been exploring the Jail of the Mists. We're doing research to learn all we can about blood beads. But the miasma has been a real problem. It makes our thirst even worse, so our progress has stalled. Now, though, we have a glimmer of hope. Your power can clear the miasma. If you could help us... well, you'd be drawn into a bitter conflict. Still, the truth is, we don't have a lot of hope without you. Will you join us? Thanks.
So, it's a done deal? Well then, from now on, you're one of us. Yakumo Shinonome. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in action.
Let's get right into it. Here's what's going on. We're studying blood beads and their springs. We want to know how and when blood springs appear, their cycles for producing beads, and the composition of the beads themselves. We've made a few discoveries. First of all, we found that there are tubes like capillaries running through the earth. We call them blood veins. And so far as we can determine, every single blood spring is located on top of one of these blood veins. Also, after comparing blood beads and blood veins, we now know that they are mostly comprised of the same substances.
In other words, we can safely assume that blood springs always form along blood veins. And we think that means there must be a source somewhere. A kind of headwaters for the blood beads. Now that we have you around to clear the miasma, we can investigate the springs and follow the blood veins. And hopefully, find the source. Right?
We want to check out the old city ruins first. Sorry for the rush, but we should head out as soon as you're ready.
I've got just about anything you could want. Most humans live under the government's protection, providing a bit of blood in exchange for safety. But the amount they can give is nothing compared to the population of Revenants. It doesn't get distributed at all. Some people just can't take that and kidnap humans to take their blood by force. The thirst for blood can drive a Revenant mad. Luckily, you haven't tasted it yet, have you? I recommend you never do. Even the Lost are valuable customers if they bring the right coin. Let me know if you need anything. I'm not sure you're cut out for business. I'll be happy to take that. Don't worry, you won't see it on my shelves. If you want it, I got it. Got something to sell? Come again soon.
Hey, what's up? The Lost are what's left of Revenants who've succumbed to their thirst. Their boar parasites take over, turning them into unkillable monsters. Turn them to ash and they'll just keep popping back up, mindlessly hunting blood. Nothing human is left. If you're fighting them, show no mercy. Keep at them no matter how many times it takes. If you don't, you'll find yourself joining them. We're headed for a nasty place where the miasma never goes away. The miasma accelerates the thirst for blood. Wearing a mask helps, but even that has its limits. With your ability to disperse the miasma, though, we might be in the clear. Here's hoping. The Lost are what's left of Revenants who've succumbed to their thirst. Their boar parasites turn them to ash, and if you don't... See you around.
Oh, good timing. I've got everything set up now. I know it's a bother, but I'll need you to bring the necessary materials if you want to upgrade a weapon. There's a shortage of pretty much everything these days. Still, we're better off than most people. A blood veil is a Revenant's fangs. They're used to stab into a foe and drain the blood out of them. While you attack, dodge, and parry, you can use that blood to unleash powerful effects. There are a few different types of blood veils. You should use the type that best fits your style. Do you know about hot springs? Warm water comes up from the ground into pools you can bathe in. The Earth shifted in the collapse and created one near our base. I go there once in a while, but it feels so nice I end up sitting too long thinking about things and turn into a prune. It's to the right at the end if you want to go. Oh, I just remembered. Use the room with the bathtub over there if you want to give yourself a new look. Every Revenant has a certain blood code, but only one type ordinarily. However, I hear you can express any number of different blood codes. Aren't you the lucky one? A blood code comes with certain abilities. You can change yours to fit your current strategy. Do you have any idea of what a huge advantage that is in battle? Sorry, I got a little carried away. I can get a bit hyped up when I talk about weapons and fighting. When Revenants die and come back, sometimes we suffer from memory loss. But most of the time, we don't even realize it. Some Revenants figure they're immortal, don't watch out while they're fighting, and end up forgetting themselves entirely. So take care of yourself, okay? I know it's a bother, but I'll need you to bring the necessary materials if there's a... Which weapon do you want to transform? Which blood veil do you want to transform? Buying something? I've got new weapons available. I hope there's something you can use. Okay.
It was easier to explore when we could use all the missile. The sacrifices of many provided paths into the depths. But now even the staunchest explorers are swallowed up by the worsening environment or swarms of the lost. They must have left coordinates leading to the depths, but most of those were lost along with the explorers. If you find any maps of the depths out there, I'd appreciate it if you showed them to me. We'll take care of the rest. Once we've read the data, the one who discovered it gets priority for journeys there. The organization I belong to is part of the government. People tend to drop the provisional qualifier these days. Gregorio Silva assembled it around the military to help manage the turmoil after the war against the Queen. But the lost born in the war still roam unchecked. Revenants live in fear of losing themselves, and we can do little but survive. The fighting continues, and so the provisional body too continues. An unchanging fact of life. My one wish is that we can take our world back and restore peace. There are rumors around of a revenant attacking other revenants. Foolish to turn on your own kind like that. The government is considering taking action with regards to this so-called hunter. Don't do anything senseless. The organization I belong to is part of the government. People tend to drop the... Gregorio Silva assembled it around the military to help manage the turmoil after the war against the Queen. But the fighting my... There are rumors of the government... I'm happy to receive any gift. Your life is your...
What is it? I have found a purpose. I will give form to the power of the Vestige's creator and bind it to your bloodstream because you are you. It seems I can restore the blood code. If you find an... It could... Memory echoes float through Vestiges, cast away along with the pain of the past. The power you hold allows you to glimpse these ephemeral fragments. I have found... I will give form to the power because... Take care.
I've got just... We don't have a wide selection, but the quality is guaranteed. A lot of our stock comes straight from the provision. There's not a kind soul among them, but if you jump through their hoops, they'll deliver the... There's tell of people selling fakes made of scrap. Well, it's slim pickings these days, and we've all got to make a living. You've forgotten it's been that if you... Come again...
Is something up? When I woke up as a revenant in this prison, blood springs already existed, and everyone relied on them. We don't know where they came from or how they work, but without them, nearly all revenants would have joined the Lost. That will still be the outcome if things don't change, though. That's why we need to study the blood bead. We'll need to find 3 blood springs in our search for... Springs are always found in locations with Missile. So, first we find Missile, then expand our search rate. When I woke up as a revenant in this prison, blood springs already existed, and everyone relied on them. We don't... We can head out.
Hi. What do you want to upgrade? Okay, take care of the...
Is something up? We can head out whenever you're ready. Is something up? We'll need to find... Springs are always... So, we can head out whenever you're...
What is it? Take care.